Start recording. And we should be live. Let's check.
Live on Twitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me verify. Yes, I am live. Oh, I need to edit. Hold on.
Oh, what does it say?
I apparently, yeah, because it's through here. It's live. It's live. Don't worry. But I need to update like what game I'm playing and all of that jazz. Rename it to something else.
What does Twitch say?
It thinks I'm doing Stardew.
Oh, you were playing Stardew last time?
Yeah.
I wanted to stream Ratchet and Clank to everybody, but at the same time, I was hyper focused on everything. Although that would have been a marathon of a stream. For just a random person.
Yeah.
Wow. But... yeah, you should get it.
Yeah, let's do it in chess. Why not? And then where's the... Well, now that I have that working, hold on. Here's it. Or just Discord. I don't think we need music today, do we? For the stream? Probably not. We'll be talking back and forth. Oh, that's announcements, not media notifications. Everyone live with an old dev, teaching them everything they can't learn any more. Boop.
So,
Spartan.
like I said, I think we're gonna have to split this up into two sessions.
Yeah.
So like one right now for a couple hours and then one later. Hi, Sin, me. The silent one that doesn't appear often.
Yeah. We're going to see how many battalions we could teach you at once before you give up.
Well, the reason being I think we should split this up is because my father's coming over in a couple hours to help finish putting up my fence.
Ah, gotcha. That does sound like you'll be doing other things.
So, once that gets done, we can continue.
I think the best way to teach you everything would be we both just play that army, since we're trying to speedrun it, and that way you can get as much exposure to the rules of each as possible. So, let's go down the list of the ones auto included here. You remember how chess works, right?
Yes.
Too bad. We're still going to pick it up because I do need to teach you some changes that have happened to the game.
Okay.
Heads up, I be recording. This is going to look very confusing for all of like 20 seconds until I tell you it doesn't matter here. Alright.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, they are.
So, these are the ramparts, and we're using this as a way to give armies reinforcements to help balance their matchups, right? So let's say hypothetically that we both had a knight reinforcement. We don't, but let's say for a moment we do. So the way this works is first you pick battlefield. Oh, sorry about that. Apparently I still have the bitch highlighted. So you pick battlefield. I attach my board to the side. You attach your board to the side. The ramparts exist as long as we have these in hand, otherwise they won't matter, so you could just take them off. Visually, it'll be more automatic than that. Then, because I have reinforcements, I place mine, you place yours, and then we play. I used to have it to where players would take turns with the reinforcement stuff, and I don't remember if that's still how it works. But in most matchups, only one side should ever have reinforcements, right?
Alright.
So in the mirror, this wouldn't be a thing. If there ever comes a time that we are giving reinforcements to both sides of a matchup, though, we will have to remediate how the order goes on reinforcements. But this is a chess mirror, so reinforcements don't goddamn matter. Why am I receiving a phone call? Not right now.
Silent.
Yes, very much so. Okay. Now, in every matchup, you have something called battlefield charges, which we're going to represent for now with these little circles, right? And they are set up so that in the worst case placement scenario, I just deleted mine on accident, you have enough so that every pawn that is currently on one of these files can make it to the thing, right? So that means that in this matchup we have 3 battlefield charges each. And that is the thing that you have to spend in order to do a battlefield movement. Otherwise, the pawn only goes forward. That does mean that you can spend one like over here doing something fancy to get your like rook into play, but then one of these two, probably the edge one, will not make it past this unless it captures twice. So there's trade-off.
So pawns no longer have battlefield.
They do, but you have to spend a resource to do it. And you only barely have enough in worst case scenario to get all the way over. Because you only have 3 battlefield charges, and that's 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
However, since we're straight on in our default arrangement, right?
We can do silly things.
Oh, God damn it. We can do silly things like this and then this, and there's no cost unless we move into here and then we have to spend one to move back out. So you do have like a limited amount of it. And those changes are designed to try to get closer to the base game on our base game inclusions. Make sense?
Yes. Let me see if I can fix my audio because somebody also just said that voice.
Your voice is
Quiet.
Your voice is quiet? Let me turn your volume up a bit. Let me actually see if I can turn it up in here.
Gang.
Yes, Labra? Oh, she's just saying hi because Liam's home. Oh well. I can turn yours up though. You're completely silent if you're trying to say things right now, by the way.
No, I am silent because I'm silent.
Alright, I'm actually just going to turn my computer audio up to about there, and you should be more audible to them now.
Hello, can you hear me? How is this Twitch? Does this sound better?
Probably does, yeah. Anyways, back to this. Uh, have you played Palace? I know you haven't played it since the last update, so let's just jump in.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do Palace. It's the same.
Not quite.
Level. Oh, here we go. How about that? Is that better?
Should be.
Hello.
Hello.
Um,
All right. So go ahead and attach.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer too. Is that better?
Oh, that's not what that is.
Half crazy, all for the love. Not really. What's wrong with this?
It's like
It's like
2%.
2%.
All right.
Well, I boosted my microphone by 10 decibels.
I turned you up a bit again.
I'm going to have to deal with this. This wasn't an issue, right? What?
I don't know how bad your audio is. You know what? Let me check how bad your audio actually is before we go too out of hand. Because you could just be a bit quieter than me now after the adjustments.
Give me your answer too. I am half crazy, all for the love of you. I don't remember this thing.
My audio troubleshooting has changed since I moved to OBS or Streamlabs.
But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I may. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Did my DAW mess something up? I bet you it did.
Oh, I could do this. Now say something.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me now? Is this better? Do, 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 do. Yay!
Yeah, I increased the desktop audio portion on my stream. Okay.
Woo!
So now just
Is this tolerable now, Twitch? Is this understandable? Is it useful? Is it tolerable?
he's quiet but actually understandable. I'll turn him up again. Another
Okay.
5 decibels should do. Boop.
Okay. Now let's get back to here. No. Here.
All right. So
This
this army doesn't have battlefield charges, pretty much ever. But so you're gonna place Palace, and then we're gonna play.
Okay. I'm going to set up, and we're doing Palace.
Black.
Switch side. Palace. Oh.
So
Why
you
did
need
that
to
not-
click the one that says black to
Oh,
the
yeah,
right.
that's right. Palace. Black. There we go. Nope.
You want the bottommost thing to be on the edge of the board.
Yep. Hold on. I got it. One more time. Palette. Black. There we go.
I put numbers on our cannons for loading. You've placed skewed, which is cursed. But luckily you're the player going second, so I can capitalize on this and you can't. Haha. By the way,
Oh,
since
no.
since it's the mirror, the ramparts don't matter and there's no reinforcements. So we're just playing with the Shang-Chi army. Do you remember how to play Shang-Chi?
No, and I've never liked the palace ever.
Ever?
I could never beat palace.
Well, your king and mine moves a rook to 1, and they cannot leave the palace. Make sense?
Yes.
The advisors, or guards, moves a bishop to 1 and cannot leave the palace. Your elephants move non-leaping to exactly 2 squares diagonally. They can be blocked, so if something's here, they just wouldn't be able to get here. And they cannot go past this rank because they have a battlefield movement that does not require charges, that forces them to go backwards. And that specific only matters in Shoguns. For your purposes, you could just remember that they can only ever go to these 7 squares.
Okay. Who?
The elephants, the ones that are circled right now.
Okay.
Do you remember how horses work?
Similar to knights, but not quite.
Similar to knights because they can be blocked. They move first orthogonal, then diagonal, exactly 2 squares. So they go to the same squares as knights, but this elephant is in the way of it going here.
Okay.
So right now it can only go here and here. These are rooks.
Okay.
And these move and capture 1 square forward. They have a soft promotion after they do that twice. And then they have a hard promotion on the back rank.
Okay.
Hold on while I verify that that promotion exists still in the mirror. I don't believe it does.
Not.
Hmm. There's only one more place it would be, and that's down at the bottom. Okay. So it turns out in Titans Battalion we still allow pawn promotion in the Shang-Chi mirror. So if your pawn reaches the back rank, it would promote. Which I do need opinions on that from the people in chat right now. This is Curse, nerdy Asian guy? Yes. I think allowing skews is more of a problem than promotions. Fair. Personally, I would advise against doing this because it turns out that while you specifically have the option to place this way, doing so is very much in my favor. We instantly go into like a Shang-Chi endgame and one of us is going to die and I get to move first. So let's not do that.
Yeah. Do you want to just do yeah.
Just straight on. Will actually play medieval. I'll play the chess army because I realize that I can't teach you everything about this army unless you're facing a different army.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and give you your reinforcement or your ramparts. And I get, if I recall, 1 battlefield charge against you.
Oh, whoops.
Thanks. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You just want to get rid of all this extra stuff.
I was going to, but it doesn't.
All right. And I'm going to now show you the rest. So, we talked about how everything except the cannons move. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. So your soldiers promote on my back rank. My pawns still promote here. But this area is called the ramparts. Now, pieces cannot enter the ramparts except to capture another piece. And you start the game, let me find your list, with the following reinforcements there. You get... Where's the table? Oh, here it is. A horse, a chariot, and 2 lions. Alright. So, start of game, you get to decide where these go. I will explain the cannons and the lions after. Let me explain the lions first, I guess. So, in Shang-Chi, you have this King Nexus, which is designed to be able to properly deal with the orthogonals of the army, right? So these 5 pieces are kind of just an extension of the king, and they're set up to block the cannons and rooks from being able to easily kill this king from the front and from the sides, right? Because if you go here and here, for example, you're completely blocking from the front. The guards would be protecting each other, and the elephants would be protecting each other. And that's meant to mitigate the weakness of the king. However, you don't naturally have any way to protect your diagonals. So what these pieces do, and I'm going to place them for you, because it's your first time, is they jump over pieces to these squares, right? They can also technically move sideways. And then they cannot advance past this point. So they're what's called an Alibaba or an anti-knight because they jump to different squares. But they specifically cannot go past here. So that allows you to properly cover the diagonals as well. Otherwise, my queen and bishops would just kill you.
Okay.
It also helps a bit with knights sometimes because you can technically do this and then just rely on one of your horses to help out after the elephant moves. But that's a bit much, and the knights actually aren't too bad when they get in. It's harder for me to get in there and do stuff than it would seem at first glance. All right, now you get to place another horse and another rook. And again, in here. Or you can leave them in hand and have to play them there later as a turn. Also up to you. While I check on what chat's saying. This feels like advanced rock, paper, scissors, but on a board. We're balancing each one, so it would be... You pick rock and paper, and technically, sure, paper has an advantage, but it's an even-ish fight. It should be very close once we're done with all this. It's hard to balance out 2 different sets of pieces, yes, but both myself and Tomato have done it before. A few times, actually. So it's just a matter of doing that so many times here. But you've done it with 3. The one you're calling con chess right now, empire and normal chess, are all balanced against each other. That was a coincidence? You take those wins when they happen. Anyways, both of those armies I just mentioned are included in this game. We only have 10 core armies. Have you decided where you want to put your pieces yet?
I put them already.
Okay, so here and here.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Last two things. Your cannons move like rooks, but capture by jumping over at least one piece. So right now this rook is under attack. However, because we don't want to modify the default Shang-Chi layout, these have been given loading turns, which means they're not allowed to capture outside of your territory for the first 4 of your turns.
Yes. That and my radio's going from off. If outside of my territory, so okay, I can't.
Yeah.
No.
So if you go here and I attack this somehow, you can still go and capture the other cannon, or where the other cannon just was, but you can't
Yeah.
kill my stuff.
Okay.
All right. And with that, since you know how chess works, let's begin. I think I need to start by dealing with this. I probably. Oh, actually, we forgot something. Fuck. So your king can check my king like a rook. That's important. So if you're
Yes,
here
sorry.
and this pawn isn't here, my king's in check.
He's old and senile until he spots your king, and then he can just sprint like he's a linebacker in the NFL.
Yeah. The phrasing in Shang-Chi, because they both have that rule, is that they would be able to capture each other. I've seen it phrased as both kings or both generals being able to turn into dragons and fly across the board. So we call it draconic flight. But I've also seen it as both just having like a cannon, a handgun, or a bow, and just only using it to fight the other king.
Okay.
I've seen it phrased both of those ways. And you have opening salvo. So start of game, you're allowed to delete 2 of my pawns. Now that you've placed your stuff.
I can get rid of 2 of your pawns.
Yes, pick 2. Because it turns out the chess army having pawn structure is a big problem here. So you're going to fire cannons from behind the ramparts and just blow stuff up of your choice. Personally, I usually recommend going with columns that you already have half open. That way you can do normal Shang-Chi things with rook infiltrations. But that's not necessary if you don't want to. It's also important to note that the pawns that are on the normally open columns will be able to eventually come in and apply heavy pressure to yours, which is another good reason to do that kind of thing. However, like deleting this one's a mistake.
Yeah. Yes. No,
And
it's
opening up my queen too early can also be a very bad idea. Because then I do like this or something, and then this rook is threatened, and then I kill this, you know?
That's a bad idea.
Hmm.
I want to leave these 2. Makes sense to leave these 2 as they move out, that the cannons can immediately capture what's over in this.
I do
However,
have the knight
putting
covered.
You do have the knight covered. Huh. Yeah. So if these are the better ones to pick, all of them have downsides for removing them. You either open up the rook, the queen, or remove this cannon's ability to attack. And besides, well, actually no, that one would make sense to remove.
Okay, so you're moving
Kind
this
of.
one?
Yes. That one. Um,
This is generally the weakest pawn in chess, but you don't have diagonals to really capitalize on it.
mhm.
Um, how it, that doesn't mean it's a bad one to remove. It just means that all of your play will probably be concentrated over here, because like if you remove ones that are on the same column as like your pawns, your cannon can move behind them and be attacking, right?
Mhm.
So like this one wouldn't be the end of the world, especially since you're already protecting this square. But that is forgetting that I can kill there. So
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
yeah, there's pros and cons to every single pawn being deleted.
No, not that. The weather. I just heard thunder.
Well, there goes your fence building plan. I guess I have you for a few more hours unless your dad drags you away anyway.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But I'll tentatively, fence is still gonna get built. But if not, you do have me for the rest of the day, pretty much. Until you break my brain. Okay.
If you get an engine to test this, it would either be unfair or fair, but with some forced moves 90% of the time or more. Notations are messed up. The skewed board is just a bad idea for black. It's a really trappy line on the Shang-Chi mirror. Because we how say it's just not a good choice for you to do that. There are a lot of forced moves in this matchup specifically, just because of how Shang-Chi works. Like I'm always almost going to be okay. So you deleted this one. I'm basically always forced to do something like this in order to prevent my rook from dying, right? All right. So these two are gone, and most of your attacking play is going to be over here on this side, which is notable. And now it's my turn. I think I still do this then. I thought I turned my volume off. How dare you do anything other than what I told you to?
Just wait. A couple years, we'll all have Neuralink, and we can just think our phone silent. It's like silence phone.
It's silent now. All right. So I am threatening this. It's not as devastating as before, but it is still notable. I am also threatening this type of deal. I do have quite a bit of open play thanks to this queen. However, if I dedicate too many moves over here, you're just going to do this and pin both my knight and bishop to my king. So I owe a move over here at some point during this opening as well. We do have, for Nerdy Asian Guy, I'm going to go ahead and show off the lettering for the lion while you make your move.
Hmm.
I think it's this one? Yeah. Oh, you're really thinking about this.
I texted my dad.
Oh, okay.
Making yeah, no. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Use go there. Here. To well, not there, but you know, there. Um. This guy's stuck. He can't move because he can only move there, and they're both blocked.
No.
he can. No, he can move there.
Yes. He can move
Yes.
to both of these 2 squares.
Yes, he can't move here because the elephant's blocked.
Yeah. Reasonable. That is one of the most common early moves. Just real quick, I'm going to list common early moves. These pushes, these knight moves, some combination of cannon movement towards the middle or some other type of place. The rooks will usually either make it to where they're on the mostly open file or able to go this way. And of course, the center pawns will typically push at some point, but especially these 2, because you'll notice that this one is currently in the way of this horse developing. So if you push it again, now the horse can go here and here.
Yes.
All right. Basic Shang-Chi opening principles. Also, elephants like to hold hands, and so do guards, but that doesn't usually happen early. It happens more in Titan's Battalion than it does in normal Shang-Chi. I will say as well that because you've put the rook here, you probably want to focus a little on this file getting developed in some way. Because you can instantly support this guy when he pushes. That type of thing.
I had a feeling. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
Yeah,
But-
same idea with this horse now because you moved the other horse, being able to come into play more easily.
Yeah, when we were talking about the horses, I was like, oh, I should put the horse on behind the other horse. Because once I move him, the horse can move, and then I could set the rook
Yeah.
and just develop that side and have it quite defensible.
Mm.
Especially since I rook moved the pawns to encourage your queen to move that direction anyway.
Yeah. I didn't want to owe a move later, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. I don't know when exactly is the right time to do it, but I'd rather get it out of the way early.
Go.
My coffee's empty. 2 turns of loading remaining.
Oh, and by the way, that
Take some center control.
tabletop simulator version
Mm-hmm.
is way over my head.
Oh, like you feel out of your depth already?
To get to the scripting part
Mhm.
of making it so like the numbers would do the changing of turn, the unloading or the loading of the cannons and things like that, I have no clue where to start. I'm having issues putting things, snapping to things.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to just bail on the tabletop sim and going to just focus everything on the JavaScript.
Understood.
Yep. Because
That's a bit unfortunate, but not too terrible.
yeah, I mean, I want to still try, but I've been having this feeling lately that I'm getting older and technology's moving faster than I can keep up with.
Hey, big guy.
What's up? I'm live.
You live?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Who's that?
One of my roommates. I'll just go ahead and do this.
Okay, you move.
And this is your last turn where you're not allowed to capture outside of your territory with the cannons. They will be fully operational shortly.
Hold on, I got a question from Discord. Give me a second.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, let me look at chat.
A friend of mine is asking a question.
Basic Shang-Chi principles. Defend with Lion. The problem with your 4 wins idea is that I feel unfairly targets diagonal heavy battalions. Yeah, 4 wins and laming both feel bad for players who want to play something with diagonals and jumping. Frostbeast is currently the most diagonal heavy battalion. it has both of its minors are diagonal. One of its super majors is mainly diagonal, and all of its pawn class pieces move diagonal. It would mean so because so it turns their silver generals into pawns. None of its pawns are able to do anything under 4 wins. It turns the dragon into a wazir, so essentially a pawn, but with more movement. Why would the pawns still work? Are you making an exception? I don't think pawns are affected. Even chess pawns would be affected on the wording that I remember.
You up. Okay. My turn again. Last turn before I can start shooting with cannons. I haven't even considered what the heck are you doing. So you're making a wall.
I'm doing normal chess stuff,
There you go, there you
with the exception that I had to make a edge knight in order to deal with your cannon.
go. Yes.
Also, real quick, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, still last turn.
You have blocked queen. Blocked her. Well, that's not a legal move. That's a bishop. No, not there. Yeah, I think I want to do what I was imagining.
I was actually really worried about this move since loading was over because it would have been check. I was thinking about like if the bishop goes here and like maybe I have to block my other bishop or just do something.
Okay.
Yeah. It's also like I could maybe use my 1 battlefield movement to step to the side, but I don't think that's worth it. Generally speaking, though, I do need to just get things actually operating, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then we'll see what happens next. But yeah, your loading's done. You now have full operation of your stuff.
Elephants. So that elephant can move there, there, and there.
It's also protecting the other elephant.
Yes. Does it trample or does it like you have a piece here?
If it's there, it gets blocked.
It gets blocked. So it has to attack one, so it's protecting these 2 squares.
Yeah, it's a bishop to exactly 2.
Okay.
Maybe I should play some music.
Yeah, go ahead and play.
Oh, that means I would have to turn this down to here.
Oh.
Say something real quick.
Hello, 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 hello.
Can y'all still hear him?
Daisy, Daisy. I'll just continue to sing the song.
Oh, you moved that forward.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm at the point where I, kinda.
I'm in VIP
Overwhelmed
Plus if anything with VIP permissions wants to join us.
Overwhelmed by all the moves.
You're overwhelmed by all the rules just for this one?
No, not the rules, the moves that I could make.
Strays is rated.
That's annoying.
Yeah, Yeah. I've become a lot overwhelmed with a lot of stuff lately. Of just making decisions. So, and it bleeds into chess. And things too. Oh, there's a million and one.
So why shouldn't I just do this? There's also a good argument to be made for just doing this. It would force my knight to eventually go back here after this push, unless I took here. I'm going to go ahead and... There's that as well. There's also this. Yeah, I don't have an easy way to get here in a few turns. That's just where I actually would want. Very awkward. This knight doesn't travel there well. This one does, though. So I guess my priority should be getting this knight free.
Oh, close the window.
Huh?
Nothing. Next thing to do is... there. That's a dumb move. And these don't get to move sideways. These don't move sideways, do they? On the battlefield. Might be confusing a lot of old rules. Roland?
Say again?
Let's say, hypothetically, this guy is on the battlefield. Like there. He doesn't move sideways, does he?
No. He does move and capture sideways after 2 moves, though.
Okay. After 2 moves.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a dumb move.
Also, if you click an empty space on the board, it does clear all arrows. Normal click, not right click. Yeah, my issues with Four Winds and loading have and will remain game feel, not balance. I think it would be a very good way to solve some of the balance issues, but game feel wise, I don't like the effect it has on the game as a whole, even if it is like valid for chess versus Shang-Chi. And even then, like, I don't like the feel of basically deleting bishops from the enemy army. Like, there's a reason why opening salvo only targets pawns.
I move by the way. Probably a stupid move.
Yeah, they basically, they're stronger than elephants, but they're not attacking pieces. And you make the queen into, yeah. Okay, so now you have made both a ranked and a filed chariot. Very, very valid.
Oh, there's my weather. That's what. And you have moved.
I'm not directly threatening anything here.
No, you're not. And I can see that immediately. You are threatening this guy. But he's protected, and he's protected, yes. I could, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Interesting thought. The chess side was still stronger. Even with Four Winds, Pawn Salvo 2, and Laming, he tested all of them at once. I keep track of these things. Okay. Oh. Nick.
What did I do? Oh no.
I mean,
What am
you're
I-
still kind of okay if you block here.
Yeah, okay.
You also don't have to do it that way. You can do it with the cannon. But either way, this pawn dies now.
So you shot all the way over the board. You're going to capture the pawn with... The only way you can capture it is with the queen. Well, why would you? Because there's that guy.
Because you would be blocking with one of these two to save your rook. So then this
Oh,
would be-
yeah. Okay. That's right. Well, I didn't need that pawn anyway.
That's fair.
Which one's the better move? The cannon or the pony? Who's the horse? Who's the better move?
I will also note that you can trade cannon for knight here, as well as damage my pawn structure if you want. Which would also open this file completely. Which is the file this rook is currently sitting on. So it
That's,
probably is the horse.
Yeah, because trading the cannon sounds like a terrible idea. But the horses are really good because you can get them into weird corners. Probably do the horse. Because
Yeah.
I have 2 other horses.
Yeah, and
and
now when
would
I
like
do come into
my-
capture, there are some things to note. So you only have 1 defender here, so I can technically kill with bishop, and the
Yes.
cannon is hanging. But you could start here, and it's more complicated than that, because then my rook would be hanging. So I would probably be forced to do that trade. And then you can also move this horse maybe in order to get the cannon to help the defense. Is someone practicing trumpet downstairs? I am closing the door. Hold on.
Doot doot. Toot toot. You go there, I capture that.
Even current Zhang that doesn't have anything like 4 wins or laming, which by the way, another issue with those is 4 wins at least. It only removes defensive material or offensive material. It helps protect Zhang, but it doesn't do anything to their attack. So you end up down the same amount of material, you just die less.
Hello?
Oh, did you make a move and it just didn't update for me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. That still leaves this cannon hanging. Because you didn't do this first.
Oh, you wanted me...
I was making, I was talking about various options and important stuff, right? Because I'm both threatening this and this, right?
Yes.
But if you go here first as a desperado...
Yeah.
And cannons are stronger in this match? Oh, you deleted it? Because you wanted
Yeah, I
to backtrack?
deleted it. Well, no, because, well, maybe. I'm thinking.
Well, if you wanted
Because...
to backtrack, you probably should have done it when you accidentally pinned your own rook to your king.
Trial by fire, okay? Sometimes I like it and I like burning my hand on the stove.
Sometimes I like valid. Valid.
No, most of the time is that I'm like, I can't change things in life. I might as well go with it.
Upgrade 1 chariot to Manchu Super Chariot. Do not do this. Yeah, we tested that piece. It's Amazon tier. It's very problematic. However, Rook plus horse is pretty reasonable. It just doesn't feel like Shang-Chi at all to include that piece.
But
Rook plus cannon was still OP, tactically.
if I take your knight,
I think
Take your knight.
sidestepping the Shang-Chi pawns is going to feel less Shang-Chi-like than anything that you're gaining with the other stuff. Upgrading the Shang-Chi pieces in that way is probably going to be more problematic than dealing with enemy knights and bishops. I heard duding, so I had to close the door.
Oh, you're recording?
I'm live.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I should bring the
It's
trumpet in here.
it's less formal than. Please don't.
I was about to do the military trumpet and stuff. But I was like, no, I'm not practicing it.
Take your time to read. It'll be okay.
If only there was something
Roland?
out of luck.
It has been decided that we're going to be pirates. We're going to make your truck into Bartolomeo.
Why? Just because of the way it looks now?
Liam.
No, because I really want a mohawk on your truck.
No, we're not putting a mohawk on my truck. I'm live, by the way. Nick and I'm teaching Nick the current armies.
I wouldn't be a pirate if it were still your truck.
Your roommate comes in. He's kind of. Your roommate comes in. He's kind of quiet and reasonable. Liam comes in. He sounds like he's screaming.
Liam's cat is also here. Hi, Layron.
Also, around the front where it says fucking the logo,
Oh
the
dear Lord.
fucking
Fuck it.
radiator opening thing, it's gonna have sharp teeth.
Of course you fucking do. Put
gonna
the
be
horsey
great.
there.
And then I'm gonna return it to you in that
Give me the
condition. Everyone will know that you're the One Piece stan.
Give me, bitch.
That'll be great. The fun part is I'd ride shotgun with you all the time. So every time you get pissed off, you fucking...
You removed a defender.
You removed the defender.
Yeah, we're playing Shang versus
Oh.
chess. Nick is Shang-Chi, by the way. And we're playing Modern Shang. I think this is technically my first game after the last massive mega update.
Holy.
Pawn Salvo is interesting.
Yeah,
But-
whatever.
What?
I'm good with that.
Pawn Salvo.
Oh, the
I
limited
think-
pawn thing?
I think I can just take this, and then you are pinned again. So I'm okay.
Pawn salvo the limited pawn movement?
Pawn Salvo is when they're able to delete 2 of my pawns at the start of the game.
Oh, okay.
And we haven't even fucking fought over
So-
there. You've come
how's
over
that
here.
going?
I left over.
It has not
Uh,
mattered too much yet.
Yeah. If I could come and get you.
Materially speaking, though, it means that they didn't
You're
get to start with a cannon, and instead those were deleted. And they weren't able to capitalize on it. We're just in this situation.
Only we could use a chat GPT.
To be fair, I can't kill here right now. Because my queen would also probably die. No, because you're in check there, so you take with one of the lions, and then my queen dies. No, then my queen doesn't die because I get to move.
This spot's protected by 3.
I'm going... Wait,
Oh
where
yeah,
you
your
going?
cannon
Second?
could just kill here, or the rook, either one. Okay, so I messed this up because I forgot you opened up the cannon with this horse move.
There's
did
3
notice the
big
cannon.
attacking
And I
us.
thought... I hope Roland has a plan.
Yeah, you could take here.
Yeah. No, because you're like, you could take. You mentioned like you could take my knight and move it up here, or my horse and move it up there. Like no, if I go here, he can threaten. Instead of moving it up there, move him into the fight.
Shit, how long does music copyrights last? Does do. How long do?
Music copyright is the same as all of everything else. I think it's like life of the creator plus 90 years.
Oh, 70 years after their death.
Or
Plus
70
70.
years. Or,
Yeah, 70 years after their death.
Do you want to be able to hear Nick? It
Oh,
might
Nick.
cause an echo. Yeah,
The
if-
music-
also, we're in VIP Plus if you want to just join us to talk there.
You know what? I wouldn't use your truck. I would have to get one that has... And I would have to get one that has, like, the toughest... like, fucking... The toughest steel frame and body.
be
and then
fair,
get
my
it the
truck's pretty
Bartolomeo Mobile.
To be fair, my truck frame is pretty tough. I'm not gonna say the same about the body.
I'm talking about like it will absolutely destroy another car without taking much damage itself, just because it's Bartolomeo.
Oh, because you want to channel the Bari Bari no Mi stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. All that's happening is you're revealing to everyone online that you're a One Piece stan. Yes, he did remove the reinforcements from that. I should tell him about the pirate zombie army. Yeah, we'll show him Dread Pirates eventually. Which is another thing, like, I know you're taking this game seriously, but I more want to try to blitz through more games at once, unless you just really want to play competitive for a bit.
I could just go with my gut instinct with everything. which
Probably,
is
that would
optional.
that would
Okay.
allow us to get through more games, and actually try to teach you more stuff. Okay.
I had to continue because they said 3 in a row, and I was like, oh, I don't want to click that. Okay, let's go with this. Let's go. Make like the baby and let's go. My gut instinct is still really slow. Hold on.
Stop harassing my queen. Oh, I'm not allowed to castle on this side. Damn it.
Go.
Wait, does that work there, or am I actually allowed to castle? I don't actually know, because it's not through check. Because I only go 2 squares, so I should be allowed to castle. Although it's probably a bad idea to castle right now. I just want to know if it's legal under normal chess. I believe so. It's legal? Thanks. Oh, because of the way you did this, you now just have a horse here again. And this guy's just... Alright. That's... Okay. Nothing's attacking this, so you can get away with that then.
Yep.
And you got rid of my plan for my knight to join an attack here. Yeah, I think this is just what I need to do here. That square seems safer. What's protecting this? Can't I just kill this 2 different ways? With no recourse?
You said you wanted me to go with my gut instinct. I didn't see that. I wasn't thinking.
Okay.
And yeah, he's only moved 1, so he can't do that. Oh, what to do? Let's see. You can go there and take that guy. What you have.
That's protected in a number of ways.
That's protected in all the ways.
Yep.
Even that one. You can go there. Who's protecting that guy? Nobody is. And then if I go here, you take that guy. I come and take you. There's no one to stop me from stopping you. So let's do that. Liam, if you want to be dumb, go join the Discord.
I must pass a message on to you, Liam. To quote, if you want to be dumb, join the Discord call.
No. conserva cans are extremely rare, and if someone wants it in higher quality, they'll have to cook it more themselves.
You're going to attack the
Quality,
cannon.
different quality, I mean.
I can do that. Oof. I go there. You're going to risk it because that cannon is
Be high
worth
quality.
that sacrifice. I just have to move the cannon. And it can go. That's a legal move, right? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Oh.
What the fuck did you just do? Oh, you move fixed. Okay.
Skippity.
Hold on one second. I got another thing to do. Beat favor.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Chariot check would probably be better. It's really reasonable right now, yeah. What's stopping that? Nothing.
Purina One.
It's
We switched
a lot of advancement.
I know
One
natural nutrition is helping support Charlie's strong immune system and Ginger's healthy heart.
See differences today and for a lifetime.
Anyways, hold on.
Purina One, a difference from day one.
Oh, you're streaming again. Yeah, I am. Hansa 8D. 8 Dawn? Shogi? Either Shogi or Go. First time chat. Oh, nice to see you.
Let's go. How dumb would it be to do that? Okay, yeah, let's go gut. Let's go do that.
Okay, so the cannon just backs up. I'm tired of looking at this. Go away.
You tired of my rook?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I really don't like this idea.
Oh, I love that idea. Wait,
Well, it's too late now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was harassing a hanging chariot twice.
Yeah. Let's go.
To be fair, though, this was still check in both of those instances.
Yeah.
I still have my battlefield charge, so I should be able to undouble these pawns at some point.
My brain is the dumb. You're not gonna make that.
Oh boy. Oh.
Oh, I thought it was at a different order. Okay, that was a retarded move. But I thought I had the big brain. No, I didn't. I had the small brain. It was smooth, like a frog. I had frog. Go.
You just have to take back, I think.
The elephant, yeah.
No, it's. You should choose.
Take W, Elif. I think it might be time.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I just felt like wearing it. Oh, the rook stepped forward. I missed that. I thought I was just sitting here. Well, at least you were reading while I was just... Hold on. That leaves your friend a little scared. Because he was protected by the rook, but now he's not. Ah! No! No!
Do you want to undo?
I do. I do.
Why do you think I haven't moved the horse?
Man, screw your horse. I'm tired of you. It's a little bit of a spite move, and it's a bit too early to do that kind of thing, but...
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't hurt my cannon. So... I'm going to go... there.
Good call. I think it's
Taking
time.
over all of the piece.
May as well kill this.
There you go, check.
Hi there. How's it going?
Hi.
Do you want a pawn? Oh, you want more than that.
No. Oh, yeah, okay.
Too bad, I'm coming for you.
Oh no, I'm so scared. What am I to do?
I actually think I have a faster way to do that. Yeah, I did. There was a better move here.
What was it?
I think it's almost unstoppable. No, you have ways around, so yeah, I guess this developing move probably... It could have been better. I don't think it just was, but it could be. So it's knight versus cannon, and 2 rooks versus queen, and then a bunch of pawns, guards, and lions. So it's actually kind of a reasonable position. Checkmate? You had a few ways out of that, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Okie dokie.
I believe this one doesn't work because I could just sack the knight and then go here and still end up. It's almost
Yeah.
unstoppable at that point.
Yeah. Oh well. I tried.
Best you could do at that point would be this, which
I
actually
think
might still work.
How strong was my my opening?
Overall, let's see. You were doing really well up until you blundered the rook pin with this bishop on move 43. 43 in the thing. It's late. It's earlier than that in actual move count.
Yes.
But right up until you blundered that rook pin, you were doing pretty good.
Okay.
And then the tactics just favored me. And then I kind of messed it up, but not too bad, and I let you even things out more than I should have. And then there was a brief period where everything was kind of equal, other than the fact that I had much better position for attacking you, and I just had to find the right combination of moves. Honestly, like, my attack doesn't completely work here yet if you defend it properly. And I'm not... I think if you either do... I think if you do this, there's not much for me to do, right? Because if you block with the guard, I could just capture the cannon and not worry about mate yet. And then just... then start trying to pressure. But if you do it this way, like, even if I commit further and then you block this way, I think you just have enough defenders. Because what is it, 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3 simple counting? So I can't just take. It doesn't work. And then my attack stalls, but you're also really wound up over here and not able to do a whole lot. And luckily the lions cover this rook. And then your rook's just able to collect a few more pawns and maybe try to push while I'm trying to get in here somehow and actually get more involved. Maybe I have this move at some point on this line. It's interesting. Anyways, let me just export this game real quick.
Yep.
And then we'll move on to the next one. All right.
Oh. Good afternoon. Lily's in the chat.
Oh, she is?
Yep.
Good afternoon. Okay. I believe I've already exported the game, so let's just go back to setup. And I will use the Shang-Chi army that we just saw. I again will be white. And you are going to play Shoguns.
Okay. Set up. Shogi.
As black. Yeah. And then let me verify. Okay, so I'm the one with reinforcements in this matchup, and it's just the lions.
Okay.
You don't have any reinforcements here.
Go to Shogi. Go here.
And I'm going to place both of them here. Which I think should be obvious why. And now we play. It's also my turn first. I think I'll just immediately do this, so I don't have to worry about it.
Let me do a refresher on Shogi.
Alright. Your pawns move and capture
Yeah, they move forward.
forward. Inside of my back 3 ranks, they are able to promote to the Gold General. Are you on Force Westernized, or are you reading the lettering?
I'm Force Westernized.
Got it.
I am not going to try and break my brain that much today.
The gold generals move
Yes.
as such. They're exactly the same as the way they appear.
Yes. That's the gold generals. These are
The silvers.
the silvers. These are your lances. They're basically rooks.
Yeah. And real quick, let me verify how many battlefield charges we both have. I have none against everybody, but you, on the other hand... You against my army... Oh. Oh, we actually both get lances in this matchup? That's odd. Or not lances, reinforcements. I see. Why did I do that?
Forget the focus stick.
Hold on while I do some mental math. Oh, because I still need the lions, but you're actually the weaker army. Okay. So we weren't supposed to start yet. Okay, and then I place my reinforcements first, I suppose. And you get one more lance. Where is the lance there? Anyways, lances move and capture only forward. Knights move and capture only forward. Pawns move and capture only forward 1 square. And your rook is a rook and your bishop's a bishop, but they both have promotions. Everything I just circled is able to promote to a gold general inside of my territory, or back 3 ranks rather, and these guys also promote back 3 ranks. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. So figure out where you're putting your lance unless you want to leave it in hand for now. Or in your deployment zone, which is not quite the same. We're playing a Shogun's match. We need a bigger board. Fuck.
Okay, I'll let you fix it. While you do that, I'm going to give me a glass of water.
For the record, are you still here, Nick? I'd assume not. Shame on me for cursing. Apologies. I was in the Navy for a while, and I was also raised by people with lots of tattoos.
I need to stop cursing as well, which is really hard because I work with a bunch of construction workers.
Yeah,
have-
that tracks.
I picked up on their go.
Anyways, that's right. I still need to give you a lance back.
Actually, let me move. I need to fix that.
By the way, you as the shogi player have 2 territory options. You can also move your entire army 1 square back if you want.
Ooh.
So that would look like... Hold on. That would look like this before ramparts.
Do I want to?
And that's because the shogi army is the only one in the game that's adversely affected balance-wise by the 2 across battlefields. So giving the shogi player the option to avoid that issue is good for game feel. It's a quality of life change. it's also the fact that we do include 3 across battlefields anyway. So, you know, tomato, tomato, but debatably, we could just play everything on N2 and just do those types of quality of life changes everywhere else. And just delete every other battlefield, but I don't like that because the chess mirror and a lot of the heavy battalion mirrors benefit quite a bit from allowing multiple positions for the gameplay and having that higher opening depth. I called? I don't think so.
Tomato, tomato.
Oh.
That's why I laughed. I was like, oh, he's going to say something. And, yep.
Anyways, are you placing this at start of game or are you leaving it for now?
Can I move my army back and place it at the start of the game, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, well, the Shogun's army, until it gets up here, and all these pieces get promoted, either to gold or silver, they can't move backwards.
Not really, no.
And so I'm having more battlefield is a benefit to them. That way, you have to come through and funnel. I'm waving my mouse like you didn't see it. Like you have to weave your way down, and the more room I have to change ranks, change ranks, attacking.
All right.
pieces.
Do you want me to move your stuff?
Yes. Well, I'm assuming.
All right. Are you placing your lance, or are you gonna leave it for later? Okay, so you're putting it there. Okay, I'm gonna do that thing where I'm allowed to delete to pawn salvo now. You gotta kill those two.
Can you explain why, like we did with the other one?
Boom.
Lions.
Not lions.
Lions.
My king pulls out his pistol that he only uses on other kings at the start of the game and just fires it.
Yeah.
He has 1 bullet left. Just go pa pa. And he's saving it for him.
Oh, okay. Billy says that's a bad salvo, giving him reply.
That's a bad salvo? If you say so. I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, I don't play often. I'm really bad at this. So I'm probably about to just make Shogi players cry. Because I'm
I
that
mean,
bad at it.
basically they're saying you could go here or here, but like, no matter where I do a salvo, it would do that type of idea, I think. Since you don't technically have a pawn structure, I don't know if we actually need salvo in this matchup. This matchup needs a lot more tuning. Because I don't know if you need the lance, I don't know if I need the salvo. At least we have Lily and a few strong Shang-Chi players now between Versatus and that new guy. Yeah, never intended salvo against Shogun. Fair. I mean, we could just drop both salvo and the lance from the matchup and simplify it a bit. What do you think?
Yeah?
You agree too?
Yeah. You can do that.
Okay. I'll implement that. Do you want to play this game that way? It doesn't change my opening move.
Yeah, get rid of my back rank.
Okay. In that case, Alright, and then bam, bam, bam. And I will remove Pawn Salvo from the shogi match. Go ahead and put it in competitive mode discussion, unlike normal, as well as in Shang. In Shoguns, I mean, remove the lance. Shang opening salvo set to 0 against Shogi.
I need to go do.
It's time for you to go?
Huh?
Are you saying it's
No.
time for you to go?
No, I said I need to do. I think Lily's tutorial on the Shogun. She's the Shogi player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's currently our strongest active Shogi player. Our strongest Shogi player is definitely Carolina, Shogi Harbor.
Yeah.
Shogi reinforcement.
I think Lily made the Shogun tutorial. That one website. I need whatever. Either way, I need to go back and read it. I move. Here.
Cool. You moved?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, so this is the same distance across as the Shang-Chi board, because of the way you chose this. And it would have been the same distance across as the Shogi board had you chose to be closer. Interesting. But also my pawns start way more advanced than on a normal Shogi board, so I guess... Oh, this is gonna be fun. Huh. I guess I'll go here to start with. Force your hand a little bit. I think I'm going to lock the Alpha, Beta, and Expansion Battalion channels into view only, and then put them behind a roll, and then you have to choose to be able to view it inside of important, and just use competitive mode discussion and Expansion Battalion discussion for everything. That way we can compress the channels.
Yeah. I don't. To be honest, Roland,
Yeah?
your Discord's quite inundated.
It's a little bit too messy?
Yes, in my
Agreed.
then again, I
Well-
haven't frequently used it, and I do frequently. I still get lost everywhere. Long story short, I think that you could do with it tidy.
Some tidying? Yeah. That would involve putting all of the battalion document pins into new channels, but I think it's worth it. I'll do that first while you're gone today before
Here's-
I go work on my truck some more.
Oh yeah, you know about it right there. You can have links to pins, and you could create a channel where you could, like what you did in announcements, that just links to another channel's pins. I mean, it's not the best thing, but then you can just have something that links an infinite pin board that just links to other important.
We have that in playtesters resources, kind of.
Yes, with the
Yeah. I think I put it in important as well, as a list of all of the, at least the alpha and beta battalion doc stuff. Yeah, right there at the, no, it's not in important. Is it in playtesters resources?
but
It is, yeah.
personally, I would feel more comfortable to tweak your server. If it was a little bit.
If it was a little cleaner?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get the feeling a lot of us are overwhelmed. That is one thing I will note. I think because I'm the white player here, you're pretty behind in avoiding dying. Like, you basically have to dedicate all of your remaining turns to getting out of the way in time, which gives me since I have that extra time, you might have wanted to do this first, by the way. It gives me
Yeah.
enough time for this.
Now that you're thinking, talking about it.
Next turn is my last turn of loading. So if you did, for example, this right now, I could do this with tempo on the bishop, and then I could follow up capture here. However, if you make a move that somehow doesn't give tempo, which I don't see one,
No,
I think you're just losing now.
My next move would be that you would go there. You would be moved. Yeah.
Potentially you could do this instead and manage not to get completely screwed, but you're still down 2 pawns out of the opening. And, you know, also have 2 hanging knights with cannon infiltrations coming.
Hey. So I butchered that. So yeah, okay, this moving this piece has to be your opening move when you are going against Palace. It has to.
This is one of,
otherwise-
if not the sharpest matchups in the game.
Because
This is the most problematic one.
practically, if I go here and you take this guy, you've basically salvoed, and you've had 3 moves while I've only 1.
Yeah? Okay, that was actually a decent idea.
So I am now like 2 moves behind.
2 moves and a pawn.
My fault for not understanding or for not thinking, but basically you just salvoed 2 pawns and are 3 moves ahead with your rook, and I have only effectively.
Loading's done. The reckoning is coming. This is
Okay.
hanging. This is hanging. This will be hanging. This is a problem.
I'm screwed.
I kind of agree with that assessment. Oh well, just make lots of moves and we'll see how fast I can kill you.
I can blitz this.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's just turn my brain off. Okay, move there. He's a, yeah, no, that's a bishop. He can move as far as he wants. Yes. Heck have I gotten something?
You're having a very bad day.
Yeah, I'm having a very... You want to just move on to the next game so we don't have to see a slaughter?
I kind of want to slaughter.
You just kind of... So big. Just murder.
I like murder. What's the problem, yeah?
Blood everywhere.
Nothing wrong with murder.
It'll look like a level of Viscera cleanup simulator.
Do you like murder? I like murder. Murder, good time.
I can't resign. You're absolutely right. You could have just taken the soldier. Yeah, I'm going to strip you from the murder. I'm resigning.
Aww. Okay, fair. Let me export this.
This would be an absolutely useless game.
I'm gonna throw it in competitive and ask what he... Here's a Shang-Chi versus Shogi game. Where was the first mistake, or was this inevitable? I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that the mistake was during placement, and you shouldn't have lined up the bishop and rook with my cannons. And
Yeah,
that you probably should have, start of game, let me get to the part where we had everything set up right. You probably should have placed...
Yeah, no. The best move at the very beginning was moving
here, but reversed. So like bishop here, rook here, probably.
Yes.
Even that has problems with the lance, but that might be more manageable. Maybe it should have been the other side so the bishop covers lance. Yeah, it was other side. Hold on. Yeah, that way bishop covers lance. This was probably the best bet. I'm just gonna add this screenshot. Your back rank didn't matter because we deleted that stuff. So I'm just gonna do this. Grab a screenshot. We'll see. If he wants to see some Shoguns, I could play him. Would you like to fight our strongest Shoguns player next round? As you learn a new army? Because I believe the next one that you're learning, because we're just using this list, is Frostbeast. Oh no, we're not. I'm not making a new player play Frostbeast versus Lily Shoguns. Ah, my
Yeah,
brain would
I-
explode. Which army of the three that you've seen would
appreciate
you?
the offer, Lily. Can I take you up on the offer later?
Which of the three armies that we've played with so far today would you like to face Frostbeast with? Or you could play as Frostbeast versus me using one of those.
Give me twin sons. Or
Would you like me to teach you Twin Sons before Frostbeast?
I'm reading chat.
Oh. Who wants Twin Sons? Give him Twin Sons or Byzantine Medieval. We're not playtesting Byzantine Medieval until it actually looks pretty enough for me not to feel sad.
Let's go twin sons.
Okay. Would you like to play Twin Sons? Me? Both?
I'd like to play twin sons because
Okay.
I remember playing twin sons the last time I played.
Who would you like to play the other? What army would you like to face as Twin Sons then? I'll let you go first this time.
Okay, so I need to board. No, I'll have to flip the board. Board. No. Setup. Twin sun. White. Set up the board. I have my board selected. Let's go. So we did medieval. Did palace.
Yeah, I'll let you go first this time as well.
I'll be white.
Whoops.
Whoop.
You have to turn Flipboard off.
Flip board off. One's done. There.
Yeah, what army do you want to face? Including, my Twin
It's the
Sons?
old one. Oh, is this an old?
It's
thing?
slightly outdated, but I'll update it once we get everything down.
Okay. We can do. You want to do palace?
You want me to do Palace? Okay. Let me place more centered, I think. No, this is good. Yeah, I'll do this. Quick note. Who actually has the reinforcements in this matchup? I don't have them memorized yet because we haven't played with reinforcements enough. Okay. So against Shang, you have 0 reinforcements and 0 battlefield charges. Against you, I have 1 horse and 2 guardian lions. Okay. And I also have 0 battlefield charges. I'm going to throw my lions right here because that's my preference. I'm going to shove my horse. You know what? I like when you placed it behind your other horse. That worked out pretty well. I'll just put it there.
You liked that?
Yeah. Okay. So let's cover what your army does. Do you remember how embers work?
I'm pulling up the playtester guides right now. Embers. They're what called the Berlina pawns.
Yeah. So they move diagonal but capture forward. You also, without spending battlefield charges, are able to move backwards on the battlefield diagonal.
Yes.
The embers can also be flame slung, as in fired if they're orthogonal to the king, where they move as far as possible and capture if possible, including to capture ally pieces. when you do that, they automatically become what's called a Fireheart. However, they do have a promotion to either a Conflagration, which we'll see in a minute, a Flare, or a Hearth on my back rank. So if you fire them, they're no longer able to promote. But a Fireheart is still a soft promotion because it's a little stronger than an Ember. Does that make sense?
Fire. Yes.
Alright. These move like knights, but they can orbit these guys. You remember how orbiting works?
What guys move like the knights?
You're talking real quiet.
Hello?
I think you just started wanting to be quiet.
Hello? Hello? Is this
Yeah, I could
better?
hear you. It is a little better. Here, let me turn you all the way up.
Alright,
You're on
am
200% on Discord now.
I really hope my digital audio workspace didn't screw up all of my sound. Because it's done that in the past. Whatever. I need to install my sound card anyway and get new headset.
Do you need a reminder on how orbiting works?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's just throw this piece there, and leave Lilac here. So these three pieces, your Hearth and your two Flares are able to orbit. These three pieces, the two Suns and the King, are able to be orbited around. Now what that means is, if I draw a line between the one that orbits and the one that's being orbited, it can go to rotationally equivalent squares, which means any square that can be reached through either rotating 90 degrees a number of times and or flipping the position about a rook line some number of times, right? So this Flare can orbit around Lilac to this square or this square. Now this is a non-capturing move. This Flare can orbit around Aurora to this square, or this square, or this square. And then the rest are off the board, so they don't count, right?
Yes.
And this same Flare can orbit around this King to here or here. So, and because you have three of these pieces, and three of these pieces, it gives you a lot of interesting movement options. So for example, right now, in this random board position we've created, you could go here with check by orbiting the Flare. Or here with the Hearth, orbiting around the King. So you generally want to centralize the centerpieces and then use that to get really quick development on your knight pieces. Alright, let me delete those extra moves. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Let me put my Maul back. I believe that's how you pronounce horse. Alright, and let's cover movements again. So I've already explained the Ember. The normal movement of the Flare is to move and capture as a knight. The normal movement of the Hearth is a knight and the diagonal square. So this would be the movement, right? And this is a jumping move. Alright. Now let's cover the Suns. These two pieces move but not capture like an Amazon. So they move along both Queen and Knight's movement, right?
Yes.
However, Lilac, the one with 6 points, captures like a Queen. And Aurora, the one with 5 points, captures like a Knight. Tracking?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the only other things I would want to explain are the ones that only matter for promotion, which is the Conflagration and the Fireheart. The Fireheart moves 1 square diagonal and captures 1 square orthogonal in all directions. Right?
Okay.
Move, capture.
Okay.
The Fireheart can be flame slung just like the Ember. So if this is orthogonal to this king is able to throw the Fireheart all the way to here, and if this was here, it could capture.
Okay.
Conflagration is the same, except it can capture up to 4 squares away orthogonally. But it has the same, it's just a better Fireheart. Right? And again, it can be flame slung, so this is a poor example, hold on. So the Conflagration can only capture on its own up to 4 squares. Right? However, it also can move that way if it's flame slung, number 1, but it has to go as far as possible. And it can be flame slung to capture all the way down here. But like normal, anything that gets flame slung becomes a Fireheart when you do that. So this would be a legal sequence. But it technically makes it weaker if you do so. Tracking?
Yeah.
Alright. That is everything. And now it's your turn. So the mechanics of Twin Suns are meant to be a very fast, brawly, technical army.
Yeah.
Which is really fun, but it does play more aggressively than normal. That was an illegal move.
Oh, that was an illegal move. That one.
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry, Barolinas. Got it.
Let me fix that for the game record. Alright. Oh, your king moves like a normal king. Oh, I have salvo against you, don't I? Hold on. I do, because you have a real pawn structure. There's opening salvo to the table.
That's not very fair.
What do you mean?
Oh, it might be fair. Just that I have 7 pawns instead of 8 or 9.
Well, we tune it for each matchup.
Okay.
Yeah, I get opening salvo against you.
Okay.
So start of game, I'm going to delete this one. I don't want to free Lilac. And let's do this one, I think.
Oh. Well, okay.
I was thinking about this one, but, you know. And now it's your turn. Does Shang no longer have loading? They do. They do have loading. Did I... Oh, I have to put it back.
Oops. Misclick. Oh, we can just go off the board and just brawl in the parking lot. That works too, right?
Can other friendly titans be orbited around or only the Sun Titan? This is only relevant in party mode. Only the Twin Suns Titan. it's an ability of the Suns and the Sun Titan that happens to interact with the Flare and Hearth. It's not a... I mean, it's kind of a Flare and Hearth ability, too. It's mutual. If you don't have both, you can't do it. It also doesn't matter so much in party mode anymore after the Shoguns change for party mode. Oh boy. Mom.
Those pieces are
Nick's
safe.
being mean. No, it's not. This one isn't.
This is Aurora? I thought
Yeah.
that was Lilac.
No, Lilac's is
Oh. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So they are being threatened. If only they have name badges. I get them mixed up.
Here, let me help you. Which one do you want to be red?
Go with the one that acts like a queen. So yeah, Lilac.
Lilac's red, Aurora's pink.
Oh, that's the lily button.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make them
Because
pink.
Lily's the one who asked for that.
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't have cannons to cover that anymore. I start sad rolling noises. This is also one of the matchups that are the most problematic. Because
All right. That's no. Okay. Never mind. Switch the colors. It's going to confuse me. Sorry.
it is?
I'm
Oh,
so-
because it's called Lily?
Lily and Lilac both begin
Okay,
with L.
okay, okay. We could just leave Aurora white.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Okay.
There we go.
Shouldn't Aurora be blue, technically speaking? No. She's orange. The color of their flames depends. Canonically, they can both be either blue or orange, but they typically appear with Aurora orange and Lilac blue, purple, and black. But that doesn't matter here. Black.
You're threatening Aurora.
Where's the lore for this? Scattered about. You'll see more of it when we actually release that game. So
Why are you
give
threatening?
me 7 years.
Why are you threatening?
I'm not threatening anything. It only moves and captures forward.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I believe.
I'm already forgetting things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she only captures that horsey. Oh, what the heck? Didn't mean to do that. Hold on, let me fix that. Ow, shit!
Ta-da! This move?
Yes.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I guess I'm just kind of supposed to deal with that, huh?
Oh, Lily's asking the important questions here.
Which is?
What are the sisters' favorite foods?
Oh. Before they caught fire? Huh. Good question. I'll get back to you, I think. Oh, you skipped my turn on accident. Let me just put that
Did
back.
I? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went back too far. Anyways, I'm on 3 turns of loading. And now it's been 2 turns for you. Okay. Maybe this one was a mistake and I should have deleted this one. Not sure. Oh, interesting. Hold on.
I'm winging it.
I guess I have to do this first.
There. Okay, I was looking at
How
something
the
else.
fuck do I protect this after you take? Ah! No, I
Am I
can't do
being-
that. Fuck, hold on.
Am I being a
Let me-
smarty? Okay.
Let me read some more. Okay. It's not that you're being smart, it's that we removed the things that typically make this matchup really doable. This horse might need to be a cannon here in this matchup. Just so that I can more easily protect shit from Lilac just being an absolute menace.
Which is your favorite? Shh. Oh, I'm
Stop.
sorry.
I'm
What?
not supposed to say that.
Shh, sorry.
She's literally less than rook level? That is not true. Knight plus queen movement is 6 pawns. Tisk. Mm. Yeah, I'll allow that, but I'm confused why you said it. And they're made of concentrated mana. Boom, problem solved. Moving on. Oh. I can counterattack instead. Because it buys me time. Yeah, this is my move. Because now there's 2 steps and this is able to kill there.
Okay. What did you do? You moved your pawn. Unload your cannons.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
load your...
Unload. Continue loading? Continue loading. It is
Well,
load.
There is multiple steps to loading. You gotta, like, clean the barrel, and then pack the powder, and then pack the ball,
Yeah,
and...
But the verb would be load. Load the cannons
Yes.
is correct.
Yes.
It just feels like a reversal process since you're waiting on something. Shang no longer has second life, right? Yes. There is only 1 life on this king. It used to be when you killed the Shang-Chi king that they would place a second, and that was for a little bit. Yeah. And that was just because it was, quote, too weak, but we found it wasn't necessary.
Being mean. Oh, hold on. I got a phone call from my dad.
Alright, just mute your mic. Also, my music stopped. Let me fix that.
Raindrops, star drops, the clouds won't stop. My umbrella hangs by the door. The skies are blue, the darkest of blue.
Move your cannon to it. Protect the lilac attacked pawn. Oh, forward one step? That's a decent idea. I'm also thinking... So... He's not here. Maybe he won't hear me. I'm also thinking that this could be a decent strategy. Because if I do this and lilac infiltrates, it's not check yet. So I still have time. Therefore, I can capture here, capture here, capture here, and then, you know, he would have to do something like this maybe. Which I don't know if that's amazing to trade cannons for both flares and a pawn, but like, it's not the end of the world, and then I can make a relatively defensive move. Like, I think something like this, moving up 2, since it's protected by the horse, or even just up 1 with one of these. It's a little early in the game. I need to make a rook move at some point just for normal Shang-Chi principles. Otherwise I'm boning myself. Oddly, I can't do this one because it leaves this knight too vulnerable, and that's this horse, I mean. And that's really annoying. Like, I would have to do this side first and then this side. And then the cannon's a little weak. Luckily, like, I could just trade the cannon for one flare and maybe leave the other one okay. So this is going to be an option. It's all about timing. I do like that move though. There's an orbit check right now. Fuck. You're right. The left flare. Luckily, if I move my cannon there for attacking that flare, I don't have to worry about it. Is there a hearth one? No. My lions cover that square, or it's not check. It is pretty oppressive to get the hearth in so easily, though. Oh. Yeah, because the hearth can get to that square and harass my cannon and compress my king's possible spaces. Okay, so what I'm learning is that horse reinforcement needs to be a cannon. I think. And that I shouldn't open up a diagonal for Aurora. Maybe Salvo doesn't really help here because it's just too much to let the sun get into the center of the board turn 1 for orbits. Usually they trip over their own pawns. Or at least the salvos I chose. Probably, I might have wanted to remove the ones in front of the flares. This is not salvageable. Maybe. I do have the advantage of the fact that I am technically playing a weaker, less experienced player. They used to be a peer back in the day, but I've been practicing a lot. They haven't. So I'm probably have like a 200-300 ELO advantage. New idea. Give the enemy more pawns. No. You're still thinking about the guess army. First of all, for your guess army, you need to give it a normal king. Just give it a normal king. And you also need to give it a way to remove stuff from inside of itself. Like... I'll say. How?
dokie.
You just might also capture your own stones? Oh, okay. That checks. Welcome back. We have determined that you are winning. And I'm having a very bad day.
Okay. Well, I have determined that my dad is not coming over to finish the fence with me today. Because he's had some things turned up. He's doing his part of it at the house, so he's still working. But I don't have anything else to do. I would like to go do another 15-minute session, my exercise later today, but I can do that almost around bedtime.
After your move, I'm going to show you a line I've been reading out that I think ends very poorly for me. Like, very poorly for me.
Now watch me cock it up. You're attacking Aurora. Not very nice.
Yeah, this is just hopeless. Fuck.
This can't capture backwards, can it?
No. Alright. So back here, there's this check. Only legal move is for me to step forward. Followed by this check orbit, which leaves me with one legal move. And then you have this check, which leaves me with one legal move. And then you take here for checkmate. So it's forced mate in 4. And there might be faster ones, but this was the one I found. I think Orbit's not jumping could fix this. We're not nerfing Orbits. We're just not. However, I will admit that this matchup has historically been problematic. Thanks to this stuff. It's kind of like drops in some ways. So, jeez. That was devastating. I'm going to make one change to this matchup since this is my first time playing it since the last update. I'm going to turn the horse into a cannon, and then we're going to learn the next one, which is Frost Beasts.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. I also feel like I shouldn't do a salvo. So I'm actually going to delete the Ember salvo here. Maybe? I'm going to make it 1 Ember. Because 1 Ember is reasonable. And then
At the beginning,
I'll just add a cannon.
remember how I said I think it was unfair that you got rid of the things? Actually thinking about it, the 2 that you picked opened me up to where I could have just moved
Basically all of them do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
So
like
you should...
I can't open you up too much because it just makes you faster. And you're such a fast army to begin with.
And then opening 2 up, I think, would be the issue. If you just open 1 up, that returns 1 pawn to Twin Sun, and that prevents you from opening them too much.
Just some... and then the reinforcements here. I'm literally going to add a cannon to this. Zhang versus Twin Suns. Reinforcements. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for helping me find like random matchup issues during our update where we have to individually tune every matchup immediately after it. Honestly, I just want to call this game good for now, unless you want to continue from your Aurora movement.
No. You've shown me. I think we'd have to restart the game completely over.
No, because you've made a move that makes that impossible, and I have a turn to try to respond.
Oh, okay.
This would be my move right now, by the way. With one turn of loading left. Yeah, your orbits are completely different. You can't even get to the square.
Oopsies.
I mean, Aurora can just jump in here and fork my cannon and king right now, so fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't you
having a
get
bad
Lion?
day. No, lion only goes 2 squares.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Only legal move is to move my king forward 1. Lilac can show up now, but my cannon has that covered. Loading's done.
But he's threatening Aurora.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's silly knight. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Oh! Well, thank you.
No. 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 Ah. Well, anyway, you know what you did.
I know what I did. What do you even mean? What do you mean?
You know what you did. You killed your waifu.
Don't
You're
start
No.
that.
no. Okay.
Barrelinas don't form good structures, so you don't need salvo. They just form columns.
Oh.
You think so?
I guess I'm not. Okay. Yeah, I'm not on the in joke, so I shouldn't start anything. Anyway. Jeez. Now what do I do?
I'm ignoring the changes. Okay, so for Twin Suns, the following things from our game field tests should not change, which is current embers, flares, hearth, lilac, aurora. So we've boiled it down to the core army, which was a result of like 3 months of game field testing on what makes the best version of that army conceptually. The problem is more due to Shang's weakness than to Twin Suns. Because Twin Suns in this form still needs reinforcements against chess, right? In 2 conflagrations. Shang-Chi is weak to yeeting? Correct. Shang-Chi is also weak to diagonals and... yeah, diagonals and yeeting, basically. And Twin Suns just yeets everything with orbits and flame slinging. Drops are yeets. Yeah. Oh, you're playing on without Lilac. Okay. How do I salvage this? Fuck. Wait, how did you get here? Yeah, that's an illegal move.
That's an illegal move?
Yeah. So this
I
can
thought-
orbit here.
Hold on. I'm on a different tab. Yeah?
And then that's the only set of orbits.
Oh, he doesn't orbit around the hearth.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you tried this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really scared for a second. Like, no, please. I need time. I need time to defend these squares. Please don't do stuff. What is this? Oh, okay. Shovel Knight OST. If anything, they can fork Titan and Cannon, but I don't think it's enough. What did you just do?
I acted. I moved it like a normal pawn.
You keep forgetting what legal moves are here?
Yeah.
Have you reached the limit of how many battalions you can learn in a day?
No.
No? Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Stop getting distracted. How dare you?
Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe
Turn the volume down slightly on this music.
that's not. This crushed a horse with a horse. There we go.
Retreating Aurora to a position where she can eat things is probably the best bet. I kind of agree with Spike there. I think she infiltrated too early because
You think?
because it prevented your horse and hearth development.
Okay, so I should move her. That's a good
It
spot.
is also reasonable to just advance the flare normally, but it is also just a good move to move the hearth forward because it's 2 turns away from delivering a pretty devastating check.
Like, they're there.
Yeah. Well, not there because it dies immediately, but
Yes.
the 2 knight movements, or even the on the diagonal on the opposite side. Any of the other 3 forwardmost squares for the hearth are pretty reasonable because it participates in the attack while I'm still having trouble developing.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, let's go with that then.
So this is the same problem that this had before, but wasn't legal, but now it's worse because you're also targeting my cannon. Even if I sidestep, you can still just go here or here, depending on what you want. That would corral him completely into here with an attack on Aurora, who could then back off and fuck me. I'll do this. That's probably somewhat reasonable. You still have a lot of really good moves here. What? What are those circles for?
I'm looking at rotation.
I see, I see.
Yeah, because if that guy goes there, that's illegal.
Fun fact, even if you include any square the same distance in the orbit, being able to orbit each other, orbiting would be the same color only. Correct. Orbit always leaves you on the exact same color. And furthermore, there are some squares of the same color that are impossible on a finite grid space to reach. On certain size boards from the same spot. Depending on the board shape. At the very least, I have a lot of trouble with some of them. For example, I think it's impossible to reach this square with this orbit. Or at least very difficult for this piece. Like if you could just teleport Aurora somewhere. No, here. Here works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. And by the same token, this square would be something else. Same idea. Yeah, this one. Any of these centers would work to get to that square. Okay.
You should get a mathematician. Find a mathematician. Have him play chess puzzle.
write paper. Your name in math paper.
It's not Euclidean distance, but sure. Mostly because it would be too complicated if it was. It doesn't feel right as Euclidean distance, if that makes sense. At least for the original intent and design.
There's a name for this distance on chessboards called taxicab distance.
Say again?
Called taxicab distance.
Taxi cab distance.
Yes.
Oh.
When you can only move orthogonally, it's taxicab distance. Gets its name from the distance taxis would have to move in New York when in Manhattan.
I see what you're saying, but if you're doing taxi cab distance, like to this square, for example, you would also be able to orbit there.
Yes. Well, yes.
Or there. In fact, it forms a...
does form a diamond.
Yeah. That's how Fire Emblem movement works.
Well, that's what that's called if he didn't. What am I doing? Oh. Go there.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm being dumb.
Oh. Mildly unfortunate.
For you or me? Probably me.
Well, it gives me a slightly more time to deal with other issues, but I'm just gonna kill this.
Oh. Yeah. I got distracted. Anyway.
Look, a distraction. Am I gonna slowly win via your blunders?
Probably at this point, because I was reading some of the other things that trying to help somebody else in another server. They had an important question. Or do you want to move on to Frost Beasts?
I'm totally down to sit here and let you mess around with Twin Suns just to hammer it home.
I
a little
remember
bit from memory.
I remember getting used to Twin Sun, and so all you really did was just remove those two pieces at the corner.
Yep.
So I think I'm good with Twin Suns. We can move on if you want.
Okay. Final call. Move on or keep playing.
Move on.
Move on. Yeah, I did learn some stuff just messing around with this, but having to individually tune each matchup is different. I'm also not sure if I am completely on board with Salvo yet. Just as a mechanic. It's the main one that's actually being trial ran right now. Alright, in that case, let's do Frost Beast. Do you want to play as or against Frost Beast?
I guess I'll beat Frost Beasts, and you can be whatever you want.
Okay, you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Alright, and we'll do the Frost Beast mirror then. Let's both play Frost Beast. Oh, jam it.
Lord. Frost. Mirror. Boom.
Yep.
Hey. That's a different Frost Beast, it looks like. Or is it the same Frost Beast and I'm just slow?
It's not that different. Anyways, we both have Ghost Stones. Let me pull up Frost Beast real quick.
Is it Frost Beast? Bring you over here.
We both have 3 battlefield charges.
That.
and we'll leave those as circles. Okay, so real quick, let's go through everything. These are checkers pieces. Basically, they're the international drafts version of such. So they move forward diagonal. Their battlefield movement is to move backwards diagonal, and it costs you 1 charge.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I was reading Twitch chat. Say that again.
So these are basically checkers pieces, right?
Yes.
So they move forward diagonal, and their battlefield movement costs a charge and moves backwards diagonal, right?
Mm-hmm.
They capture by jumping in any of the 4 diagonal directions over 1 piece, right? So that means if this is here, both of these are legal moves.
Mm-hmm.
They can also chain capture, so you can do multiple sets. So, for example, here, this is allowed. But so is just stopping after 1. For the most part, there is an exception in the mirror. I think. Yes. A Frost Wolf, which is our checkers piece, must capture an enemy Frost Wolf. So if mine ends up here, you have to capture both of these because they're both Frost Wolves. But if this was this Alpha, right, you could go here or here. You don't have to kill both.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So checkers pieces must capture other checkers pieces. They promote on the enemy back rank to the same promotion as in international drafts, which is able to move any number of squares diagonally and can capture up to 1 square in between. So a promoted Frost Wolf is called a Frost Berserker. And let's just put it here. Right now, this and this would both be legal moves that capture this piece. And
Okay.
this piece is also able to chain capture. So, for example, I could go here and then here.
Okay.
And that's how the promotion works. Okay. So, do you remember how the Frost Dragon works? It has not changed in 10 years.
The Frost Dragon.
Which is these.
Yes.
Alright.
The Frost Dragon.
Moves and captures diagonally as a bishop. Can capture
Yeah.
1 square orthogonally. Move or capture 1 square orthogonally. So it's a crowned bishop, as it were. King and bishop. And then it can also capture jumping over exactly 1 piece. So it could capture either of these in that square. And for the same mark, this is check. Right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. This is the Behemoth. It is literally just a rook. Tracking?
Yes.
This is the Leviathan. I'm sure if I just do this, you will understand and remember. So first diagonal and then orthogonal
Yes.
away.
Yes.
Tracking?
Yes.
This is the fairy piece known as the Griffin, for those following along at home. This is the Frost Alpha. It's the last piece. It moves and captures as a silver general, but also may do the checkers capture, including multi-jumps.
Okay.
Frost Alpha is not forced to capture checkers pieces. It just has that jump as well. Okay, so that's the last of the pieces. We both have Go Stones. I don't know why I circled what we're using as battlefield charges, but I guess they're kind of the same. I'm gonna make all these pink so it's, different from the Go Stones gonna be on the board. All right, Go Stones. Because this is the army that includes Baduk, Weichi, Go, Ego, whatever you want to call it. Our pieces, when they orthogonally surround an enemy group, just like in Go, capture that group. We may place ghost stones onto the board as a move. Ghost stones do not block movement, including into their square. If something moves into their square, they're captured. They can't be captured normally, and they can be used to surround the enemy. Did you get all that? I'm assuming
No.
you would like me to repeat that. Okay.
Please repeat that.
So, if this piece is here, at the
Mhm.
end of my turn, it would be captured via Go, right? Because
Yes.
it's surrounded.
That's how Go works.
Yeah, same goes for if it's surrounded this way,
Yes.
because that group, because that's how Go works.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As a turn, either of us may place a Go stone on the board, so you probably want to have setup open so you can drag that.
Setup
Anywhere
is
we
open.
want, except if it would get self-captured. Right?
Yes.
This piece doesn't block movement, so let me just put one here. Oh, no, whatever, I'll just delete that later. So this can still kill this, and go here, and go here. But this can also still go here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even non-capturing movements. And then the ghost stone captures itself if you move into its space, but not through it. So they're transparent, essentially. They don't block stuff. They just can be used for, like, ghost surrounding.
Okay.
So that means if you go here, I don't have to kill you this way. I also could just do this and go surround you. Right?
Okay.
Did you track all that?
Yes.
Cool. There's a few minor edge cases like Co and like weird stuff that comes up from the mutual checkers forced capture, but that's everything about the army. Promotion for these guys is on the back rank. And because
Okay.
it's the mirror, there's no reinforcements. I will go first.
No. It's not how that works. I'm an idiot. Hold on.
Oh, people are arguing in Twitch chat.
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
It will eventually. It will eventually. What do you... I missed the timing on that, so I don't know what it is. You're just mirroring me? Okay. Sure. Actually, this is a good opportunity for me. This move is required.
Yes.
Yeah, you could drag to the X to delete.
How'd you know I was doing that? I just tried to drag it off the board, delete it, and that didn't work.
Well, because the other option would have been you move it into that space and then move past it. So it depends. Some people will even go to the final square, then go back to kill it, and then move back to the final square. With 3 steps rather than the other options, which take 2. Which are capture and then delete the piece, or move into the space and then move into the final square. So is your question, is it possible to color swap on a Euclidean count orbit? Or is your question, is it possible to color swap on the current orbit rules? Oh, whoops. Okay, so you move here. Valid. I think I just want to do this for now. This is still defended because when I go here, you can surround me. And furthermore, this is a forced move next turn. So this is risky for me.
And at any time during my turn, I can put down a go piece.
That would be your entire turn.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that captures are forced. I think I'm gonna remove that for game feel and complexity reasons after this game. For the mirror. Sure, it's more checkers like, but I don't like the fact that since it's not every piece, it creates these really weird situations where, like,
I am like, well, you did it. But I could you could force somebody to top a bunch of pieces.
yeah. It's also the fact that next turn, this is my required move. So no matter what you do right now, I have to do that. So it kind of gives you a free move. And then, like, you could go here, you could go here to open up the dragon for checks. Like, and for example, if this was already here, I'm going to move stuff around. Don't worry, I'll return us back to normal. If this was already here, right now you could go here with check, and I have to respond to the check so I can still kill you. But in other situations, it's not going to be the same thing. So you could, for example, go here. Actually, that's something that happens that's possible right now. You could go here, here, or here, and all of those moves. You can then subsequently trade Leviathans, and it's just required. And if I didn't have this here, it would be, you know, a forced death. And I don't know if I think that's good game feel or not, especially when Frostbeast is already complicated enough. Is Shogi calligraphy a waste of time because the movement of the piece is set in stone? Logically, any game is a waste of time, correct. But, like, logically, anything is a waste of time. Because we have complete free will, we can set value to anything. If I determine that my terminal goal is to just play as much chess as possible, I could do that. And I would then want to eat so that I can play chess still.
Careful with the, well, anything fundamentally is a waste of time. Because
only religious arguments can get away from that, and I'm not making religious arguments, and I don't want to.
I wasn't going to make a religious argument.
Okay.
I was going to say you're dancing very close to nihilism, and I absolutely...
Absurdism.
It becomes absurdism. Well, yeah, that too.
So, nothing matters, so therefore you can make whatever you want matter, is my point.
Yeah, well, okay.
nihilism doesn't go far enough. You have to continue the logic an extra step to actually reach the outcomes
Absurd.
that are proper.
Yeah.
Nihilism is you just give up because the logic says, "Oh, nothing matters." No, you didn't finish the logic.
Yeah, nihilism makes no sense.
It makes total sense. You just have to finish it out, and then you realize, oh, everything's okay still.
You either go to... It's the stepping stone. You either go into something religious or something other school of thought.
Yeah.
Nihilism has a word called depression.
Finishing the logic doesn't matter either. Fair.
Yeah.
But, like,
True
then you
nihilist.
have to think about what is useful. What are your personal goals? And once you set those personal goals, then you need to deliberately shape your philosophy and mindset to achieve your personal goals. If your personal goals are just to make money and survive, then all right, sure, you do you. But if your personal goals are other things like having a family and maybe eating really nice food instead of just nice food, that's valid. You could do that. Then you can start shaping your philosophy to actually go through that, and then finishing the logic matters for your goals, right? You have to set your terminal goals before you reach any sort of understanding.
Oh, hold on. Go here.
All right, what bad things are happening, sir?
I can jump there.
For the record, if you go here, I can still take you because it involves the capture of a wolf.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Which, that kind of ruling is, like, weird. You mind if I just remove the forced capture rule now, mid-game?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense because then you have two instances. Which one is the one that takes precedent? And then, of course, there's the one where you said, well, if I put you in a check and this, you have to... Obviously, the check would come first.
Let me remove it from the Berserker as well, unless the Berserker already has it.
Yeah. Because if you put yourself in check and in a place where you have to do a mandatory thing, obviously the check would take precedent. But that well... there's no technical benefit of having that rule.
Yeah, it's just a fluff of a rule. It doesn't do anything useful, and it feels bad. Forced.
Alright, so let's just, that rule then. I was going to absolutely try to use it, but yeah,
Yeah, that's valid. It's the rule of the game. You're going to try to use it, but...
No, shoot. I don't know what to do anymore. Whatever. There. Let me grab my...
We don't need our own goals if we just help other people in their own goals. Then helping others is your goal, isn't it? Maybe. Yeah. If you set your terminal goal to be... what's the word? Well, just helping others. Then you still will make actions to help others, you know? Which emphasizes charity. Okay. So you go here, and you threaten me, but I don't threaten you, but I'm also protected. I'm gonna kill here because I can.
Okay. Okay, don't you know? Hey.
That wasn't the best move. There's several moves I should have made first.
My name is Mort.
Wow.
Don't you know?
I should have thought more. That was a blitz
Yep.
move.
There's a dairy
There were
cow.
several other moves I liked better.
Oh, it's not gonna matter.
What you want to do?
Do, do, do. Hold on. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, okay. So I get to start here. Check.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Can do that with one of these. Go to analysis, delete those.
That's an illegal move.
Not
you
if
can
I
only
use
move
that.
forward with that. Yeah.
Not what? Can't I do that with that?
That's
or the
battlefield
only-
charge, so you have to be on the
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay, can't do that then.
I do
Putting
agree with the Mad Chest dev. Pink feels icy for some reason. I think for a little bit of time Yetis were pink, but I don't quite recall them. They might still be. Hold on, let me just... I would open the game if it wasn't such loud with the music right off the bat.
So putting down a go stone doesn't do anything.
It does not block. No.
Can't do that. He's too far away.
You have one
Fuck.
legal move.
That's that one.
Yeah. Check.
Because you can jump.
Mm-hmm.
I have again one legal move. Well, no.
No,
yes.
two.
I
You
have,
also can go here. And you also can go here.
Okay.
Did you sneeze? Yeah, Lyra sneezed and woke herself up. That's cute.
If I go here, you're gonna jump. That's a bad idea.
Yep.
If I go there, you're gonna jump.
Any movement of this actually doesn't do anything because it's still check.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay. So, I have
Your useful moves are just the two king moves, yeah.
3. Okie dokie. What's the lesson? I actually think this one would be the lesser. What's your consensus?
I thought moving towards my Leviathan was dangerous because you're actually threatening checkmate with your Leviathan on this square.
Oh.
And the wolf is actually blocking both my access to protect that square and my escape. So it would be kind of problematic, and I was kind of scared. Luckily, that didn't happen, so I'm just going to move my king this way. So that I have an escape, which I didn't have before.
Well, let's chase you down anyway.
How dare you? Oh, fuck. Alright. Yep. My Leviathan dies.
Yep.
do?
Making
Oh,
you
you-
sad.
You are making me sad. You're a butt.
It was a trade of Leviathans.
You're a
I'm not
big.
gonna act like I saw that in advance, though. This is a fluke.
You're a big butt.
Just sack the wolf. Hey, dragon gonna die?
Just
What
sack
are
the
you
wolf.
on about? Do I have a way to
Cheat.
sack a wolf to make the dragon die?
No.
Maybe I did before with Leviathan.
I was going to. Your dragon was going to die.
I don't see how.
Hmm.
Maybe we're too far past it. Might get a screenshot of it, of a spectate link later.
Yeah, just sack the wolf. Yeah. How do I get rid of the wolf?
I think the sack the wolf was for the dragon death comment.
No, she's saying I can save my Leviathan by sacking the wolf. And then Roland loses.
Oh,
and
throwing
they
this in
kill-
the way? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Okay.
I was like, hold on. I'm trying to read that. My brain's not thinking. Yeah.
Brain's not thinking. That's a vibe. I think I do still capture the wolf and threaten the Leviathan again.
That's death. That's death. That's death.
And you can't go there. So your options
go
are all
there.
light squares.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's a bad idea.
Yeah.
This one is too. Just saying.
ALH4. I don't know notation. I am terrible at this.
Suggestion was
what
that
you
square.
say? Yeah.
Apologies for the people who watched me count. My brain isn't in notation mode. For some reason I can't be reading and also be like ready for notation yet. Those two things
that-
aren't.
Process of
connected.
elimination. That one doesn't do anything. This one, I can either get stuck over here or just end up in no man's land over there. And this one just brings me over where all my pieces are. I think I would have chose that one anyway.
Hmm.
Your turn, Roland.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I want this to go differently. But I don't know if I can. Because my Leviathan died and I wasn't able to kill you, this is going very, very badly for me. Unless I find a tactical sequence is just devastating somehow, but I don't see one. I think even my behemoth is having trouble right now. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, I'll just go here.
Why are you threatening me? Me in the butt.
A C2 was a thought. But don't just read Lily's moves and do them. I'm already down a piece. I'd rather face Nick than Lily.
No, I was thinking, and I was like, going up that way was useless, so I was deciding on these 5 spaces anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then... You are a butt. Over here. Hold on. That you capture me there. That one's safe.
Three hours and 18 minutes. How's my memory before I
Check.
save this video? It's pretty full. I probably have to move some of my older
Check.
videos to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna remove this whole folder, or try to the expansion drive. Does that fit? This might be a massive drop in bitrate. Sorry about that, guys. How is... Oh, my alarm went off to call you in an hour. Oh, you did something. There? Did you...
Your
did-
pieces... Okay. I was like, oh, that piece can't move that way. It's gonna move up because that's the way that it's shaped out. I'm a freaking idiot.
Because it's my piece.
Because it's your
It
piece.
goes from my perspective. And Gluttony's app doesn't change perspective on the black pieces for this. Because it would look wrong from... Well, I guess... Yeah, there's definitely precedent for it working like that for the shogi pieces, so I don't know why the generals don't do that. Probably just because Gluttony didn't choose to. No chess app changes the orientation?
No.
Don't the shogi pieces do that? So wouldn't it work just like the shogi pieces, where the black ones are from... Have you seen
Have
an
you ever seen an upside down pawn or
of
queen?
queen?
Probably from some app made in China. Like, just some shovelware thing on the app store.
No, but
Probably
like...
terrible.
I feel like the generals are different than like a pawn, since they're just... The shape is the movement. Anyways.
I think it probably seems...
The only reason this is worth debating is because I'm considering whether or not it would be different for our UI, and I think so. I think if we were using this piece type, we would have it for both players be facing the correct way for movement, because that's the same way that these work, right?
Yeah. I am...
Because this looks like it's going this way from your perspective on this. But from my perspective, it looks like it's going down. But for these and these, they flip orientation based off of flipboard. Anyways, let me delete that.
I am an idiot.
an absolute chungus, babungus, just an idiot. Because
This is your first time playing Frostbeast in how long? I wouldn't be too hard on yourself.
A couple months.
Couple months?
Yep.
But this is not a shogi piece. Fair, kinda, but the piece is the movement layout, so shouldn't the piece match the movement layout? Because this isn't like... This isn't the same as a pawn, I don't think. Oh, okay. Fair enough. It's a stylistic choice either way. I would just do it the other way. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I've been streaming for 3 hours. This is probably gonna be a long day today. I already have Chesslock queued up. I made a thing for it, so we might do that later too.
Okay. No, but if it would still work because the pieces would be upside down. It kind of is dumb. But here's a dumber thing I just thought of. All the pieces are like Stratego. Your opponent can't see your pieces.
Yeah,
Until you...
we've considered Stratego, but I don't like hidden information for competitive. It definitely would work in party mode at least.
And it's like, you gotta figure out what your pieces are based on the movement.
I've actually seen that done before.
Yeah, that just sounds cursed.
It's
No,
it's kind of like blindfold chess, to be honest.
Zoidberg said, compromise. All pieces change their orientation. Therefore, all pieces also lose color.
Oh god, that's so cursed.
So it would still work because your opponent pieces would be upside down. So you still know whose is whose.
Yes, basically you would just project the current piece image onto shogi pieces, which for the record would kind of solve... It would make the shogi matchup simpler, and we would only ever need to release one set of each army rather than one of each color, so it would cut in half the number of pieces per set.
Yeah.
So there's definite advantages. I'm just not down for that.
But it's cursed because
It's
that's
super
not how
cursed.
it works. That's not how it works on computers.
Over the board, the shogi set would just be 2 copies of the same set, and you would just use the arrows. So you would still have some pieces having color and not, but you know, it's not in a big piece bank with all the black pieces and all the white pieces.
I have a cursed product for you, Roland.
I would prefer a cursed move, but yeah, let's go. I'm listening.
You get sent a board, half a board, one side of pieces, and a mirror. And you place the mirror 90 degrees to the board, and then you just set it up, and you would have to play your reflection, but everything would be perfectly matched games, and it would be useless. You can't even play it. I thought of that when you said, "Oh, we'll just send them half the."
That would be a great gag gift. So like, throw that in Battalion Games Executive in the Curse merch discussion.
Oh, I will. I'll put that in there later. But it would be like, well, we just send them half the pieces. Why would we just send them half the board in a stinking mirror? And that way, it's like you play with yourself, but you can't get anywhere because your moves would all be blocked.
Cursed move. Cursed move. I am a done.
It's not artistic simplicity. It would be like artistic consistency.
Okay, I'll go for the cursed move.
It's also
Go.
true that like Gluttony's app makes it perfectly possible to hold on. That's also my criticism of Roland's commissioned art. There's no art direction, just a bunch of disconnected images. We want to communicate the art style of the base games and make them just consistent enough that they can exist on the same board and not feel ridiculous. But I also, because there are people who will share your opinion, and we are going to allow for multiple art submissions to the thing. Imagine Shogun's matchup with your art. Yeah, what about it? It works just like Crazy House.
Ooh. Art consistency. I got 2 ideas.
We are allowing commissions. Check. So.
What?
Yeah, through my alpha.
Oh.
Since we're allowing art submissions eventually and going to more codify it, we shouldn't have too much issue later. Check.
Oh, you're gonna. If that's a dumb. That's a really dumb.
It's not too bad, but yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Well, if you go there, you put the rook there. Well,
And then
no.
you kill it.
And I do kill it. Okay. I wanted to do that, but can't.
You could do that.
Could do that. Let's do that.
I got 2 solutions for mismatched art style. One of them is just do what, like, I guess Magic does, and every couple years or so, have the card redrawn. Beginning, just multiple artwork card.
Yeah, we are going to have multiple artwork options. It's just a matter of, you know.
Or the longer thing, the story time. James Cameron, for the first Avatar movie, wanted to have music that sounded he wanted Na'vi music that sounded like nothing on this planet. So he got all of these different musicians.
What is this? Where am I? And who are you? This is Titans Battalion. I've spent the last decade balancing different chess variants able to fight each other. Right now we're playing the mirror of one of 2 original armies included in that. Where are you? You are currently on my stream. And I am the CEO and lead designer of Battalion Games LLC. We own a website that is going to be popular probably, and at least has a nice name and domain. So, welcome to the early bird.
Let me make a move before I continue.
If you'd like, I can re-explain the rules a little bit. This army has checkers, or international drafts pieces, and Go, Baduk, Wei Chi pieces. Ooh, you're on the back rank now. Exactly where I want you.
whatever. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, he's thinking. I can finish story.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm gonna fix that now. I'm so glad that I thought about this.
Dang it! I didn't see that.
Oh, you were in check. You were in check. You couldn't do it.
Oh, I was. Yeah, that's right.
I almost got like the worst checkers multi jump ever if I wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah, I would have thought that. Okay, I would have caught that.
This app is made by Discord user Gluttony Made, who is also the mod Zoidberg. And therefore all of the pieces that you see here are their design, not the ones we have officially commissioned for the web app.
Anyway,
I tell you what, Gluttony, if you make art in the 128 by 128 pixel size that matches this, we will include it as alternate, and you could just set consistent as one of the options, and you could set it default and only ever have to look at this. Same ones you made. All the other art we made was based off of Cash Tomato stuff anyway, so. Except for Twin Suns and Frost Beast.
I want to finish my story. Can I finish story time real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure. For James Cameron?
Yeah, and I don't think Lilia would like this idea. Anyway, James Cameron, during the production of Avatar 2008, he wanted music for the Na'vi scenes to be their thing, because he wrote the book. There's an entire like lore and history and anthropology of just the Na'vi species. It's not even all of it's not even published. A lot of it's still kept secret. Some of it's been published as things, but it's a fully thought out culture and species. But he also wanted the music too to be in the movie. So he got these like 5 or 6 different music major people. So you got these music anthropologists, you have these people who study these instruments, and all sorts of like, they all like have PhDs and master's degrees in music. Well, they sit down for probably about a year, and they come back, and they come and say, okay, we have created music that sounds like nothing on the earth. And it's like, well, it's inspired by all of these different native things. So the instruments are gourds and logs and things because they're a primitive culture. Primitive technology, but rich culturally speaking. Many like African tribes and the American Indian stuff. So this is hodgepodge of like, there's hints of Chinese stuff, and like if you actually listen and broke down, it's like, okay, there's a little bit of here, a little bit there, but it's more than just a mixture. It's an actual original creation. And you could probably do something like that. Just get a couple, like 5 or 6 really expensive, talented artists, like graphics designers, and then like, okay, let's take these shogi pieces and see it kind of figure out this new style of art.
No.
That no one's ever seen before.
So because we are allowing people to submit art, which can get included into the app, I'm not, like, eventually I want to automate this, but it's not a priority early on. Since we're allowing people to submit alternate arts for the different games, for the different things, and we just include it, as long as it's 128 by 128 pixel art for each piece.
Mm-hmm.
And because we moderate everything and we decide whether or not to include it, like, we have ourselves covered.
Yes. I just like this story. I like telling it.
And you can set it to where you can see what art your opponent has it set to as well, if you just like the variety of it. It's like, oh, they're using this set and I'm using this set. Yeah. It can be nice. because that makes a lot more sense than in like chess. Because in chess, both people having the same pieces, both people having the same piece art makes sense. But because like what art style you use can be really personal to your army, and like people can have different tastes about different armies, it makes more sense in Titans Battalion for like you to at least be able to, not that it has to be, but at least able to set it to where you can see what your opponent likes and
Yeah.
is using.
This other thing that this method I'm talking about would have to completely strip that away. And I knew it was going against your design philosophy, but it was just an alternative. Anyway, James Cameron ultimately didn't use it because he didn't like the music. He's like, oh no, I don't think it's great, it's beautiful music, but I don't think the audience would accept it. Like, I think they would be drawn away from the movie too much. They won't be. And so he went and did the dumbest thing ever and just did Western orchestra over everything. And they've never released this music that these.
Well, you don't know how it turned out. Like, even though it was like its own unique thing, it might not have like fit super well. It depends how intrusive it was.
But it was like, they succeeded. All of them said they believe they succeeded. They showed it to some other people. They're like, this is amazing. But they've never released it, which I really want to hear it. And then he's like, yeah, no. Instead of doing something new, or even just like finding another culture to mimic, he went with a Western orchestra with more marimba and people basically vocalizing over it. I'm just like, I like the movie.
Better than it had any right to be, but not so good that it deserved that much money poured into it. However, my grandparents were blown away by the graphics. They were like,
I was blown away by the graphics in 2000. Not so much anymore, because it just looks like everything else. Anyway, my turn. Because you ruined my setup that I subconsciously did. I don't know what move to make.
I mean, I initially ruined it by blocking the jump. But then I went here for the follow-up check to push you against the back wall a bit. And then I had to deal with this.
Yeah, I think I know what you're going to do. Yep. Yeah, that's not what I was going to do. I was hoping you were doing something else, but I've basically lost.
Hope chess is not a good way to play chess.
Huh?
Also, I love the fact that we've just not used the battlefield charges at all. You know, are the battlefield charges even necessary? Hold on. Let me look at this more.
Reject modernity. Return to tradition. Hand-carved stone pieces.
No, you don't need them. I'm removing the battlefield charges from the mirror. They're just not necessary.
Okay.
I don't think it's even helpful.
Reject modernity. Embrace tradition.
We're deleting
hand-carved stone pieces. There you go.
Hand-carved stone pieces? We can't do that online. We can make pieces that look like hand-carved stone pieces online, though.
Lily's talking to you.
If we stopped allowing mirror matches to be skewed for absolutely no reason whatsoever, then battlefield charges would be completely irrelevant in mirrors whatsoever. No. I've explained why more before, so I don't feel too bad about that. It's also like, does Frostbeast really need battlefield charges? Ever? They might be an army that just doesn't make sense to give them battlefield charges, you know? Yeah, hold on. Let me re-examine battlefield charges in general for Frostbeast. Because if they don't need it, we can balance without it.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Right.
None needed there. Okay, so I guess the only question is Twin Suns then. No, you could just go diagonal. Okay, battlefield charges removed from Frostbeast. Across the board.
I don't even know what to do now. And I'm getting distracted again. Oh, I really wish I could find stinking meta. Submit it and get it.
Trying to find your move still?
Yeah. But I'm looking at something else. I just need to at the other.
I think I've made in a few at this point. After that alpha move.
Yeah. So I'll go there. Whatever. I don't know what else.
What'd you do? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is probably the fastest way to do this. Check. Oh, that way. Okay. Checkmate.
Yeah.
The other option was to capture the alpha, which I'm surprised you didn't do. Every other move was mate in one. So if you had done this, then my move would have been check with dragon. And then you have 3 legal moves. Both of these are mate in one from the... No, they're not. The dragon actually covers that behemoth square. Okay. Yeah, so you had more fight in you if you went this way.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
Doing that one's bad then because of this. This song in particular gives me flashbacks from my Jump King stream. Jesus Christ.
PTSD.
It was one of two that does that to me. Shotgun King Battalion. It's just a king with a shotgun. That makes me happy, but probably a bad idea.
How would that work? That's just like what? He just shoots that like that. He can kill.
Allowing skew if both battalions are the same size is silly. It's really good for the medieval matchup, but it has a lot of problems for specifically Shang-Chi and Morning Kong. Didn't you say there were ghost stones? Yes, but we've ignored them this game. Ghost stones typically come up as really good moves during end games and closed positions. Both of those things didn't happen here, so ghost stones were too slow for most of our turns.
I used one right here.
Yeah, it killed something. Oh. Bless me, I think. Yeah, I blessed myself. Skew is necessary for certain matches, but completely useless when it's not necessary. Yeah, it really helps the Shogi army in particular with some of its bad positions. Crab is just a crab? Yes. In theory, it's... Anyways. This is game over. So I'm just gonna throw this into... Mirror worth analyzing. Oh, this is the first, like, initial playtest after such a massive update. The update that... Oh, that's where my other phone is. Hi. This is the first set of games after the update which added the ramparts, reinforcements, and battlefield charges. It has basically been unplayed otherwise. Anyways. Next up to teach you is we're probably getting into armies that are going to be more reasonable. Yeah, Spartans. Do you remember Spartans?
I do remember Spartans.
They're basically unchanged. What army do you want to play as and against for the Spartan game?
I'll just keep playing the new one.
Okay. Would you like to go first or second?
I will go first.
Okay. I want to play Twin Sons.
We're doing Spartans, and I'm assuming... Are we doing Horde today as well?
We're going to go all the way down. We're very close to having played all the Alpha and Beta battalions in a single day. At least, and then we can go through the ones that are already sort of included of the expansion battalions and mess around with the ones that Gluttony opted to put here. And then we'll just keep going until you're like, I don't want to learn anymore. I don't think I can remember everything that we've learned today. That type of thing. Do you remember how the lions move in Shang-Chi?
Yeah. Lions move in Shang-Chi. They move.
You keep pasting the replays without backticks? You're right. Alright, hold on. Hi, Missy. Hi. Hello. Hi, good
Are we
boy.
playing crab as well today?
Yes, we should. Why wouldn't we?
Do, 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 do. Do.
Okay. So I think I finished updating everything in the Discord that needs to be updated for that. Did you guys do all the battalions now?
Do you want to take a break?
Do you want to?
Yeah. I went a little bit.
We can totally take a break.
Okay.
I'm
Webby,
gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's just this until like you don't want to anymore for me, and then I think I'm just doing this today. I'm gonna go work on my truck instead of doing my Chessluck stream. You want to hop in for a game? Honestly, Lily, with how many people are active at this exact moment, you could probably find one in matchmaking. I don't think I'm down for one, just because like I know I'm going to be playing a lot of games in the next couple days because I have this planned. The same idea with Nathan tomorrow, teaching Nathan battalions and getting him up to speed. Good night,
So,
Glennie. Sorry I missed it.
yeah, because I want to hop back onto my exercise machine real quick
All right.
for another 15 minutes.
How long do you want to be gone for? I need to go get food anyway.
We can be gone for what? Half hour? Do you think that's too long or too short?
Probably too short. Let's do an hour. That way, if I
Okay.
want to drive somewhere and get food, I can.
Okay, hour it is then. So 6:40.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See you then.
See you then.
That also means I'm hopping off the stream for now, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.